My 670 got completely submerged with this hurricane, and I've taken off the exhaust, I've taken off the carburetor, I've taken out the spark plugs. The battery's completely dead. I think the something with the ignition, or maybe the solenoid. Maybe I've got to replace the solenoid. The starter. I shorted the starter, and it turned, but it didn't engage, and it didn't spin the motor. I've dumped all the oil out of it already. I've got fresh oil in it. I've got all the water out of it I can so far. I think I'm going to start. I've been spraying WD-40 in there and cranking this over by hand. It's been spitting it out. I see there's still stuff in there. At least the water. I don't think the water was salty, and it was also oily because there was a lot of buckets of oil in the garage. So I'm going to try to rebuild this. This is off the other go-kart that I've got, and that's the muffler for it. This is the one that I have that has a 40 series torque converter on it. So what I think I'm gonna do is, this is the Comet Duster 94 torque converter. That's what these 670 engines need. So you can see the difference. That's the 40 series. So that's the driven for the Duster. That's the drive clutch compared to the 40 series. The problem is there's hardly any clearance, and this one sticks out a whole lot farther. This is like a snowmobile clutch, and it's got a whole lot more range bottom and top end with the gearing. I'm gonna have to use, that's an 8-tooth sprocket on there, but it doesn't really matter with the gearing that I'm stepping up to. But I found a 9-tooth sprocket for the 3/4 inch shaft. That's a 5/8 for the 40 series, or at least this one, and that's 3/4. So I found a 9-tooth sprocket. It's in the mail, and I'm going to try to figure out. I might need to, maybe I can bend this out. If not, I'll just chop it and cut it and completely re-weld it. So this go-kart, this one, and those are the pieces that I took off the other 670 that are drying out, and I still have to dry them out. But this go-kart is at least twice as light as the one that this came off of. So when I put this clutch on this go-kart, it's going to be interesting. And I think maybe I'll put a motorcycle engine on the other go-kart that's a lot more heavy duty and a lot heavier. But if anybody's got any ideas on, I think I might need some electrical. The solenoid, the starter might be okay. The 40 series driven looks like it's roughly 5.5, and the Duster is closer to like 7, and the driven on this 40 series, it's not completely centered, but it's, you know, that's saying 7.5 there, so maybe 8. And on the Duster, it's closer to like 10, 9.5, 10 easy.